Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Test, 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 test. Hey, everybody, welcome back to ATU Live. It is season 2, and we are so happy to be back with you again for another episode. I'm one of your hosts, LeBron Phillips.
And I'm Zoe Stokes, and in tonight's episode, we're talking about staying motivated and your mental health. We're going to be talking about a poll that we did on our Instagram today at ATU Res Life and answering some of the questions you guys had.
So, like always, we are going to be giving away some sweatshirts. So, make sure that you're watching the live. Of course, you're watching the live because you're hearing me talk right now. So, go ahead and take a picture of you watching today's show. And make sure you tag us on Instagram at ATU Res Life to be entered in to win the sweatshirt. And make sure you watch the whole live to see if you won or not, because we'll be announcing the winners of the sweatshirts today on this episode.
So, to start off the show, we're going to be talking about our main topic staying motivated and mental health.
And today we have a very special guest to help us answer some of the questions that y'all submitted on the poll on Instagram. And her name is Ro Gray.
Hi guys, I'm Ro. I'm a sophomore on campus and I'm a RA in Him Street. My major is psychology and criminal justice, and that's just a little bit about me.
We're super excited you're here, Ro. Thanks for joining us. So earlier today on the ATU Residence Life Instagram, we posted a poll of questions about motivation and your mental health, and so we're going to be sharing those results.
And the first question was, is it hard for you to stay motivated throughout the school year? And surprisingly, 91 of you said yes, and 9% of you said no. So that's a really big shocker. But yes, that was the first one. That's a shocker. So let's see what the second question was.
It was, is it more difficult to stay motivated at the beginning or the end of the semester? And 19% of you said the beginning and 81% said the end. I would have to agree with that. I also voted on these polls today and I voted the end. I'm always a lot more motivated at the beginning than the end. A lot more motivated.
I would have to say the end too. I think the end goes by a lot faster than the beginning does. So that's another perk, I think, of the end of the semester.
Too quick is the issue.
Our next question was, what are your favorite ways to stay motivated? The top answer was going to the student union. 2 was thinking about my goals and future plans. That's me because I need to make enough money to support the way I eat, and I like food. So yes, thinking about my goals and future plans, rewarding myself for success, and taking breaks, aka taking naps.
Yeah, I like taking breaks and telling myself that I can watch Pretty Little Liars when I'm done. That's my favorite. Okay, the next one is, do you feel as though your mental health relates to how you are doing in your classes? And 96% of you said yes, and 4% said no. Absolutely. I say yes, 100%.
I definitely say yes.
Everything comes back to your mental health.
Another question was, do you already know of ways to improve your mental health and practice them often? 43% said yes, and 57% said no. I know of some ways, but I can definitely add a few more.
I know them, but my thing is I don't do them consistently. So
I feel like everybody kind of goes through periods where they're really consistent with it and taking care of themselves, and then they'll just like drop everything and just have their own little crisis for a while.
My life.
Yes. Okay, and the last one is, what are your favorite ways to improve your mental health and relax? And so y'all said doing yoga, hammocking, hanging out with people who bring you joy, cleaning and reorganizing your room, going shopping, and resting as much as I can during the week. I was gonna say what I said. I answered this question on the Instagram.
What was your answer?
I said doing yoga and going to hammock by the lake for some alone time.
Yep. And hopefully, if you had a chance to catch the yoga event in the student union hosted by Nathan with SAB, hopefully you got a chance to enjoy some of that yoga before watching the show today.
Yes.
All right, next up, we prepared some questions that the students may have had to stay motivated and to help with their mental health. Sometimes it's just reassuring and hearing real experiences from others can help you stay motivated and help you gain some different practices for your mental health. So our first question is, Zoe.
So Ro, how do you stay motivated to succeed in your classes and achieve your goals?
For me, Brian mentioned this a little bit earlier, but kind of remember what you're working for. Something that I've been thinking about in the last week is that I have to take the GRE exam, which will get me into grad school. And I feel like it's really easy to get off track in your school and just not think about what you're working for. But each class is important because it prepares you for your GRE exam, it prepares you for your job, whatever it is. And your job is going to completely like create what type of life you have, like what structure of family you have and everything. So it's important to think about what we're doing now and like how it will affect us later. And then when it comes to just like staying motivated daily, like if you're writing a paper and you're just struggling with it, you could either like take a 10-minute break and get a snack. And something that I do a lot that's really helpful for me is just change scenery. Like if I'm in my bedroom and I just don't feel like writing, I could go to the student union. Like they have a lot of sunshine in there. It's really pretty. So you just change your scenery, like switch it up.
Yeah, that helps me too, changing scenery and also taking breaks. Those are both big helps.
I definitely agree with the changing your scenery. That's really important for me. Our next question is, Ro, how do you take care of yourself? So what are some things that you do to take care of your mental health?
Well, I am just prone to isolate myself. That's kind of my default mode. Like if I'm not paying attention to myself and like watching myself, I will completely just stop talking to everybody and just not even realize it. So what I do is I just make sure that I'm getting out and talking to people and like every single day instead of doing my homework in my room, which I could easily do because I have mostly online classes, I'll go to the union, I'll go to the library, I'll go to Bass Tech, and I'll just go out. It's really good for your health. Like it's just if you, especially if you're prone to get any type of depression or anxiety, like being out around other people or outside is really nice, and it really helps me a lot.
Yeah. Zoe, do you have anything that you do in particular?
To take care of myself,
Yeah.
um, I don't do it often enough, but like I said earlier, doing yoga really helps me. And I'll go through phases where I do it a lot, and I can see a difference in like how stressed I am or how anxious I get. And I also do the same thing when I get really stressed out. I tend to like isolate myself and take a step back and like not talk to anyone. And so it really helps me to like be in a happy mood to socialize a little bit and get out in the sun. That always helps.
Yeah. This might be different from everybody else, but usually I think something that I do for my mental health is whenever I'm like out driving, like say I have to drive back home to Little Rock, I prefer to like make that drive by myself because I will blast some type of music and turn into a totally different person, like screaming the lyrics and like dancing and just really having a good time dancing and singing music. So I think that's something that I do to, because I don't know, whenever I get on drive, I feel like a whole new person. I have no care in the world. Like everything is good. I'm happy. I'm smiling from ear to ear. So I think that's something that I definitely do in order to take care of my mental health.
Good.
Earlier this year, I actually just drove into the mountains near us. Like I just went an hour there and then an hour back. It was so nice. I was blasting all my music. I felt so much better afterward.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you make time for yourself with a busy schedule?
So I am a scheduler because if I don't schedule, I feel like I have to rush everything last minute and then I don't actually spend any time enjoying myself. And when I'm like not doing anything, I'll be thinking about the things I have to do. So I'm not actually relaxing. So what I do, I mean, it depends, on your schedule and what type of work you have, whether you can do this or not. But my specific schedule is I just study and do all my homework during the daytime, like during morning and afternoon, so that I have my evenings free. And like sometimes I have other commitments, like I'm an RA, I have a lot of school, and I work as a secretary for Spectrum. So like it takes up a lot of time doing all that type of stuff. But typically I will have my evenings free, and then I try to make sure I get all my homework done before the weekend so that I can just relax on the weekend. So like just whatever your schedule is, work around it and make sure that you're scheduling like sometime each day and definitely each week just to like hang out with friends or be alone.
I definitely agree with that, especially the trying to get homework done during the week so that on the weekends you can kind of like have your chill time. If you want to watch Netflix and catch up on like watch all the old iCarlys or something like that, that you have time to do that because that's definitely important. That's something that I've started just with this semester. Usually it's like, oh, I can do that on Sunday or I can do that Monday before class. But here lately, I've been trying to do all my homework during the week so that when I do go home on the weekends, like I can spend time with my family and not have to worry about, oh wow, well instead of going to dinner tonight, I need to go to my room and kind of focus on this homework. So I think that's a very good tool if you do have the time to go ahead and get your homework done during the week instead of on the weekend.
Um,
And then so something that another junior or senior has told us out of this group. Um I would say just advice from not just another junior or senior, well, it has been for, but also from my family members and like different influencers that I watch via YouTube or listen to a podcast. Is it kind of just I've heard it before. It's like take everything like 15 minutes at a time. But I like to go by a day at a time. So instead of worrying, okay, well, next week I have this 16-page paper that's due. Instead of worrying about that next week, go ahead and take today at a time. Like have that planner or have your calendar on your phone and take everything one day at a time. Okay, today I have to tackle this. And then before you go to bed or when you wake up in the morning, okay, well, the next day, this is what I have to do. Or tomorrow, this is what I have to do. So you're not kind of stressed about, okay, in 2 weeks, I have this 16-page paper that I'm going to have to do and blah, blah, blah. So I think taking my best advice from another person, not necessarily a junior or a senior, is to kind of take everything one day at a time or in small increments instead of taking, okay, well, next month or next week, I have to do this. Just taking things in smaller increments and leading up to that big task or whatever you have to do will help with your mental health and anxiety, stress, and just make every day a little bit easier. Zoe, did you have anything for that one?
um, I don't know. I can't think of anything that another person has told me, but something I just thought of as a junior to tell other people. With motivation, sometimes like writing everything that I have to do out and making to-do lists does help me like get more motivated to do it and get it done just so I can cross it off the list and be done for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so you know what you have to do. And also, on Blackboard, this is kind of on topic, kind of off topic, but on Blackboard, you can go look at your calendar on the left side. There's a tab that has a bunch of little like your courses and all that, and it says calendar, and then you can click due dates once you click on that. And if your professors put in your due dates, I look at that every day to write down in my planner what I need to do. So that's just a little side note on making to-do lists. So that's some advice from me to everyone else.
Yes. And then some advice from my grandmother. Whenever you're in the car driving and listening to your music, she says driving is fine, carefree, as long as you're watching that speed. So whenever you're dancing and singing to the music, make sure you watch your speed when you're driving, okay?
Yes.
Your grandma is the main character of the show.
Really though. Really though. Tune in for more.
Gosh, she's something. Okay, so in your experience, what are some good resources on campus to help you take care of yourself?
There are like actually a lot of really good resources here. I think the most obvious one that people don't realize is that like the counseling here is free. Like people hear there's counseling in the health and wellness center, but they don't realize it's free. You can go in there and you can get a free appointment, and they've really helped out a lot of people. There's also the Apex Tutoring Center, and I know that that's been helpful for other people. And then something that people don't really talk about as much, but I think are important, is reaching out to your professors and your RAs, because a lot of times I don't think students realize how helpful their professors can be if you just like reach
Mm-hmm.
out to them. A lot of people will just keep their questions and not ask. But professors can provide so many good things, like they can help you with tests and quizzes, but they can also give you reference letters and give you advice on, your career path and stuff like that. So make sure to build relationships with them. And then also your RAs are there literally to talk to you. Like that is their job. Yes, they're there to enforce the rules, but like we're there to help you. So if you're having a bad day and you need somebody to talk to, go to your RA. We might be paid for it, but we really enjoy talking to you. And it's my favorite part of RA is like actually getting to have personal conversations with my residents. So like remember that's a resource too.
All
Yeah,
right.
I don't think I have any to add to that. Those were really good.
That was really good. All right, so
Thank
our
you.
last question is, and this is for anybody to answer. So Rose, Zoe, somebody in the audience has some good tips for anybody. The question is, what tips would you give to juniors and seniors right now? And I don't want to limit this to juniors and seniors. So what tips would you give to any college student right
Um, I kind of just wrote down a few different ones that I was thinking of, but I think the first and most important one that people kind of forget to do is you need to like figure out what you're struggling with, and
now?
then work on that specifically. Because if you don't know what the problem is, you're kind of just going to be running around and like eventually you'll figure it out. But it's a lot easier for you if you just like sit down and think like, hey, why am I doing bad in this class? Or why do I feel like my friends aren't talking to me, or whatever your current issue is, like whether you're having drama with your family or whatever it is, like you need to think about what you're doing and like how you can get yourself out of that situation and be better. So that's like the first thing I would say. And then my other one was take advantage of the resources around you. And I don't just mean on campus, like I mean your mom, I mean your dad, like whoever you have in your life that is encouraging and can give you advice, like you need to take advantage of that. Like we have families, we have friends for a reason. So remember to reach out to them, you're not alone. And then something else I said is just spend time with your friends. Like a lot of students can get so caught up in doing schoolwork that they'll kind of forget to like spend time with their friends, and it's one of the best ways to like stay motivated and just feel better about your week is when you get encouragement from your friends, and also just open up to them a little bit. Like it's kind of scary coming onto a college campus. Like I know I did not know one person. Like there's this one guy I knew from like distantly from high school, and we never even talked to each other, so I didn't have anybody on campus. So once you come to campus, don't be scared to open up a little bit and like be the first one to initiate a deep conversation. Like just, I don't know, open up a little bit. It's really good for you. Oh, and also one more thing, hold on. To-do list, like she said, this is my
Yeah.
weekly to-do list. I have it all right here. Like I make it a little pretty just to keep myself motivated, because if I look at something ugly all week, I'll be a little sad. But make your to-do list for school for the week, and that's something that really helps me. Like I try to check it all off by Friday. But yeah, that's just another one. Zoe, do you have anything?
Those were all very good tips, and I will
Yes.
take those on for myself. Um, I would say just to make sure you're taking care of yourself, kind of schedule some time in every day that even if it's like 10, 15 minutes just to do something that makes you happy, and take a break from school and studying and stressing and get outside or watch some YouTube or TikTok or Netflix, whatever it is that will just help you relax. Just put some time in for your day for that.
Yeah. And definitely remember to go outside and get some fresh air. A lot of
And
people
sunshine.
forget that like the sun and fresh air and natural elements of the world are very healing. Whenever you might be down or just there's a lot of people with COVID, especially they stay in the rooms, stay in the house, they don't really go out, and they forget that getting some fresh air can make a huge difference. So that's really big. And then another thing, touching on what Rose said, is spending time with friends. And if you don't have friends or you don't have anybody that you can just really reach out to, don't ever be nervous to just speak to that one person. I remember I was working on campus a couple years ago, and I spoke to this one girl on campus. Her name was Asta, and she's not from here. And I spoke to her, and we had a bond like no other. Like I learned some really amazing things. Before meeting her, you could not get me to walk from my apartment to Bastic. And that summer, I swear we walked like a mile every day. So meeting new people, getting advice from new people, because other people in this world go through things as well. So if you can get advice from somebody else because they've gone through that already, and they can give you some tips on how to get through it or to prevent you to get through it, that's always great. So spending time with friends, like Rose says, having that calendar, um, picking up on some yoga, like Zoe, I'll have to get into that, and then maybe meeting some new people and walking around campus and stepping outside your comfort zone and meeting with some new people can always be great. But there's a lot of different ways for you to expand upon your mental health. So hopefully we were able to give y'all some good resources today. Now, it is one of our favorite times, even though I think this episode has been one of my favorite so far. Ro, thank you so much for giving some very good advice. Zoe, you too. And I'll definitely be taking heed to some of those tips that y'all gave.
Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. When I got your text, I was like, you asking for me? But thank you.
You're
You've
welcome.
been so
And then,
good.
yes.
Thank you.
And feel free to stay and watch the game if you want to. But yes.
I
So
expect to be entertained. No pressure. No pressure.
so y'all know what time it is. It is everybody's favorite time of the show. It is game time. And today we'll be playing the most famous song association. Hopefully we know Zoe's gonna do well. Hopefully I do well today, but we'll see.
So for those of you who don't know how this works, one of us will give the other one a word, and they will have 15 seconds to come up with a song with that word in the lyrics or the title. And the person with the most points at the end will win. Hopefully me. Probably me. With my track record, you know.
Okay, so Sierra here is gonna give us our first word, and Bailey will be keeping time. We have 15 seconds, like Zoe said, and my first word is my first word is up. Tell me when the time starts. Oh, up. Oh my gosh, new Cardi B song. If it's up, then it's up, then it's. I don't even know the lyrics, but those are the lyrics. I'll have to get back with y'all. I think the name of the song is Up. Yes. Okay, let me know when you're ready, Zoe.
I'm ready. You'll have to tell me the word because I can't hear.
Okay. She said the words fire.
Fire?
Uh-huh.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Fire burning. I don't know the next
What song is that?
Or somebody call 911. Shorty fire burning on the dance floor. Whoa.
Y'all, Zoe has a little voice.
I don't know about that. Thank you.
Okay, so it's 1-1, 1-1. I might be on to something this game. Okay, what's my next word? Baby. Okay, I'm not gonna say the whole thing because it has a bad word in it. But the start of Bruno Mars song, he's like, "Baby squirrel, use a Give me your attention, baby. Yes, y'all go look it up. Treasure by Bruno Mars. He says it at the beginning of the song. I did not put y'all onto that. I'm just trying to win points here. Okay. Breathe, Zoe.
Breathe.
Yes.
I'm ready. Can I go?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't breathe without you, but I have to breathe. The Swifties now.
Zoe just not gonna let me win.
What album is
She's
that
like,
from? Isn't that like her second album? How old was it?
Yeah, it's old.
We
It's
should have
from
put dates on
Fearless, I
this.
think.
We just
Okay.
need to timestamp you to see like how old your music taste is.
That would
Okay,
be
I'm
funny.
ready. Rose. Rose? What? Rose. Like rose? Like the flower? Or like rose? Rose, 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 rose. I don't know this word. I don't know. Okay.
Every rose has its thorn. That's what I was thinking.
I don't know that song. How does it
You
go?
don't know this?
Every rose has its thorn.
I don't know that
It's a
song.
Bret Michaels song.
Has its thorn. Every cowboy sings a sad, sad song.
Zoe, you better miss this one.
Live.
Life. That's your word,
Life?
Zoe.
Life?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can an S be added to the end?
What's the question?
Can an S be added to the end?
Like apostrophe
Lives?
S?
Just better hurry up.
Yes, Zoe.
Life's what you make it, so let's make it rock. Let's
Can we count that?
celebrate.
She did the hymn on him song. Why would you make it? Oh my goodness.
Okay, do we have one more word each?
I think so.
Okay, okay. What's my word? Time.
What is it?
Time. What?
Time? Oh, I got one. What? It was
We're doing
time?
another round after this. We're doing another round after this. Okay, it is Zoe's turn. What is it? 2 to 3? I have 2. Okay.
Car.
Car.
Car? Okay, can I go?
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's I drive a fast car. Wait, you drive a fast car. It's by Tracy Chapman, something like that.
Does that count?
Fast car.
Time is over. Does that count? No?
No, she can't hear.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It doesn't
Then-
count? Why not?
I have no idea what she was singing.
Bailey said she has no idea what you were singing.
Fast Car by Tracy Chapman, I think. Does anyone know that song? I was just cheated.
Okay, can I have another chance?
Around.
One more round.
Okay, the word is city.
City. City? What? City?
Your grandma's gonna be so mad at you.
Oh my goodness. Zoe, you won. Congratulations. I guess I have to be better at this next time. I'm pretty good at this when I watch it on YouTube.
You should put your grandma on so we can hear you get roasted.
Really though. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, that was a good game. I lost again. Better luck next time. But besides that, thank you so much, Ro, for joining us today and answering all the questions that the students had. Hopefully, they were able to take some good notes and add some different tips and practices to their mental health.
Yes, thank you so much, Ro.
Thank you, guys. Sorry, you go.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's time to wrap up the episode, but don't worry, we'll be back next Thursday at the same time at 7 to talk about budgeting in college, finances, and scholarships.
We have enjoyed talking to everybody tonight, and hopefully, y'all enjoyed us. And we look forward to seeing y'all next Thursday.
Yes, and before we go, we're about to hand out another sweatshirt. So, congratulations, Allison.Spears and Emma.K.Baker. You both have on a sweatshirt. Please DM at ATU ResLife on Instagram with your sweatshirt size and your name, and you will get further instructions on when and where to go pick up your sweatshirt. Congrats!
Congratulations. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you next week on